Hello, I'm Gemma Simon,
And Gemma Franci.
and today we're watching Chan's Railway Envy.
Yeah, we're not prepared
We're not
for
ready.
it. No,
We're
we're
not
going
ready.
to watch first without stopping, no subtitles on. Then we're going to take some time to recover, I assume, and then watch again.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Tunnel vision got my eyes on you, tracking every single line and every move. Heart is racing day and night for you. Don't hold back, enjoy the ride and let it loose. The sirens keep on screaming, that's a warning. We're staring at the ticket, that's just one trip. No turning back, hold tight onto the railings. It's only us, but something saying, please. Yeah, this train never sleeps. Brace yourself, take a seat. Don't you care about the casualties? Casualties, cause it's safe when it's just you and me. You and me, baby, I feel our heartbeats shaking, trembling. Rush right, hold on tight. Yeah, this train never sleeps. Need no break, no breaks. This train, the engines go insane. I'm late, it rains. As long as we head on route, fear is dead, no doubt. Baby, trust me now. Sirens keep on screaming, that's a warning. We're staring at the ticket, that's just one trip. No turning back, hold tight onto them railings. It's only us, but something saying more, please. Yeah, this train never sleeps. Brace yourself, take a seat. Don't you care about the casualties? Casualties, cause it's safe when it's just you and me. You and me, baby, I feel our heartbeats shaking, trembling. Rush right, hold on tight. Yeah, this train never sleeps.
What the heck? In the Dark's Romance weird horror movie crossover did we just watch? Was him stomping on someone's hand trying to touch grass, or was that just me? It kind of broke me. Did you saw what I saw?
No,
There was one of those
I'm
mummy zombie thingies that was in the grass field and he stopped.
no, those were vampires as well. I'm just
Were they?
there's a part when he cuts his own wrist and pours the blood in the mouth. That's
No,
like the
it spits the blood in someone's mouth. Different story. He didn't pour it.
why does he have to be
There were,
nasty?
decisions were made in this
Also, like,
movie.
full honesty.
Decisions were
Full
made.
honesty, this is not what I expected. I was expecting either something like Drive or something that like red lights. This is neither, and I'm confused.
There was no trains to be seen. The only like
I think it was like there's like maybe 2 bits that could be very vaguely be associated with the chains on the floor.
they looked like
train
train
tracks.
tracks, but more like a ladder. More
Yeah,
than,
I don't know.
Yeah, like like for okay,
Okay.
like trying to
Look. Okay. Out
looks
of
cool.
like take the confusion aside,
fair.
because we were not expecting this.
Yeah, no.
100%.
Also, I thought werewolf instead vampire.
Yeah. No.
Fair.
I was like, vampire is not what I was expecting. I
No.
wasn't expecting it to be like this dark. I was expecting it more to be on the horny side, like sexy,
Like
than sensual.
Well,
Than
there are some like
whatever.
there is some scenes that they can be taken as sensual, kinky.
Yeah, I
for
mean,
sure.
the whole
That there is a couple of scenes that can be taken that
more
way.
than a couple.
Like,
I'm
yeah. So now, first thing first, like from what I've seen, there is like maybe 2 guys bad
Okay,
and good.
I
And
think-
then there is either a battleground or a prison, something like that. And then I don't know those mummy vampire
I think
zombies.
one
what
of
they
the
are.
scene it was a prison. One is like it's probably like the outside of the prison, the one with the grass and the fence
And
with
the pikes,
the
like
thing. No, I think that's
flags.
maybe a different part, but it could be like
that-
the inside
Ooh,
of
but that could be like,
prison
you know,
courtyard stuff.
like
Maybe, I don't know. The one thing that I think it was very intentional towards the end, you have like the dark like evil version that is
Yeah.
like all dressed in black, is a vampire, whatever, and there's a completely in white
yeah,
version
and they
that
have
then
opposite eyes. So
Yes.
the light one had one eye, that is the other one of
the
the
other
guy.
side. I
So it
think
could
that
be 2
like,
sides
the-
of the
the,
same.
the fact that he is on both sides has to be like intentional, but I want to rewatch it.
Yes, so
like-
there was some writing.
There was writing
for like
at one
half
point.
a second.
I need to be able to
Yeah.
pause it to read it. It was too fast.
Okay,
I couldn't
first
read
of
it.
all, from like a horror fan, like
I
this
really
this
like-
looks kind of like classic. Like this could be like a classic vampire Dracula like trailer for a movie.
Yeah, not the
It looks-
not Twilight vampire, more
Not
like
proper
classic,
vampire.
like Bram Stoker kind
Yes.
of vampire.
And also like the pikes could be like a nod to like, you know, Vlad the Impaler, or could be like, because some of those like thingies were like, I think tied to the pikes or something. I don't know if it was
know.
like meant to be a battlefield.
Let's
Yeah,
go back
let's-
to it.
let's go
Let's
back.
go back to it. We can talk more about like potential symbolism of the vampire as a choice. Because
There were choices.
There were
definitely
definitely choices.
Like
Also, one thing
biting,
that I was
and then like
Yeah, no,
spitting the blood
no,
in-
no,
into
that
the
was-
mouth of
that
other character. That was definitely a choice. But pay attention, and it's going to make you laugh like it made me. There is definitely one of those zombies, mummies, vampire thingies that is crawling on the grass and is stomping on their hand, and it
Okay,
made me laugh my butt off. So it's towards the end, I think.
I think it was like the visual
Oh,
is
gorgeous.
like
picturesque.
the red with
black.
like the darkness, etc. Like it pops.
But also like the kind of image that it looks like
With
it's
the
flying, that there is like
Oh,
the
with the bats in the
and
background.
the red
Yeah.
curtains.
We'll
That
get to
was
that.
so cool.
Yeah. Okay. I need to see this like 10 times to actually absorb everything. There was like
yeah,
a lot
there was
going on.
there was a lot
Yeah.
for sure. Let's see. So these
Because it's like-
look like kind of like, could it be like veins?
Yes, this look like, okay, if I can, I'm horrible at pausing. Like
Yeah,
these look
these-
like veins.
Yeah.
And it's like, it looks like there's like two different colors that are like, one is taking over, and this could be like the symbolism of like turning.
the battle, or the
No.
battle or turning into a vampire, or it could be like the battle between
The
good,
good
and evil
and the
yeah.
bad.
Ooh,
I wouldn't say evil.
yeah,
because
because
I
we
don't
don't
think,
know.
yeah, it's evil.
Yeah.
And then like he comes out of the darkness. The thing that okay, it's been a minute since I've read the original book about
Which
Dracula.
one? Oh yeah, the
Uh,
Dracula.
But there was one of the characters that was basically a troll, THRALL. I think it was like that. It was made by mind control.
Oh,
I
so
don't
you think
remember
like that those like
that
sort
those
of
kind of like mummy people? They're
that
like,
they're not vampire made. They're like blood
well,
controlled.
the one where he's pouring the blood from his wrist. That's how you turn vampires.
Okay, let's go. I need to see it
Because it's like-
I think I've realized something.
Okay. But I
Okay.
think this.
Can
this,
we watch
okay,
it, please?
Sorry,
and then
sorry,
we discuss.
sorry. I know. I was like,
There's too much
like
stuff.
I'm one of like we both like horror
my
things. as, like,
short-term
vampires.
memory doesn't last that long. I need to re-see things.
Okay.
And I just realized something.
Okay.
And I would, because there is a point where like he
We'll
looks.
get there.
No, we're going to get there. But it looks like he wakes up and he drinks the blood. So you know, like that in normal vampire lore, you become a vampire once you drink blood. So that could be the start of the transformation.
Yeah, but it also could be that like what he's made in, like the kind of like mummy like soldiers things, that they're not complete vampires. So that's why you can control them.
I don't know. Or it's because it makes them drink the blood. I don't know. Let's see.
I don't know. There's
Let's
a
see,
lot
let's
of
see.
like vampire lore that is not necessarily all.
Oh, there is a ton of things. So it depends on what they chose. Okay, so it looks like he was fighting against someone. Apart from the fact that the silk or fabric
That
running, it
represent
looks
the
like
blood.
blood. Yeah. So it looks like he's fighting, like, and then someone is slamming him against the wall, and now he's waking up on the table.
Yeah.
So
or
there was a fight at the start.
I think the part
Go back. I want to see it
here
again.
when he's
And then it was like flags and pipes.
no, I think this
on
is
the
sort
outside.
of like a dream state, and when it gets like pushed backwards, it may be when like the bad part, the evil part, takes over. And I think it was like those flashes were like almost like dream
Or it
premonition
could
or
be
something.
like how it got transformed into a vampire.
Yeah.
It was fighting someone.
Yeah. Because that is like, it almost looked like it was falling backwards, and I think it goes with like in a dream when you like you feel like you're falling.
Could be.
And it could
I was
be-
right. It is like pikes and
Yeah.
flags.
And that is 100% like the drapes, the fabric represents blood. It's like
Yeah.
could not be
Like a
more
river
like
of blood.
obvious. Yeah.
Tunnel vision got my eyes on you, tracking every single line. And
Oh yeah, this 100% is drinking the blood from the IVs.
So it wakes up and it's kind of like
bloodthirsty.
bloodthirsty immediately. So that could be like first transformation, or it could be that it wakes up with the thirst and then once it drinks the blood, that's when it turns. Because it kind of
Maybe.
look a little bit scared in the first bit.
Yeah, again,
And then it quite savage after. So
yes.
this might be as is getting transformed.
It could be like also like view as in like the first bit as a vampire. It doesn't have control yet.
Could
so he's
let's go back
Okay.
again. I want to see it.
okay. This video is gonna be long.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Also lyrics by Bancha.
Yeah, no, just to make it clear,
no other
no one
credit
else
there.
helped on the
Yeah.
lyrics.
Tunnel vision got my eyes on you, tracking every single line and every move. Heart is racing day and night.
Yeah, you see that there were like the kind of zombies or vampire trolls. They were like either
They're not impaled,
but
they're like
that's the
shambling.
kind of but that's the visual. If you see each of them,
they're in front of
Yeah,
them, but so
but
it
to
can
look like
because there's like I think
that's
was,
why I thought like about like Vlad the Impaler, because that visually looks like there is like they're not tied, but it's to be looked. Each of them is one of
Yes.
the pikes.
yeah, actually no, you may be right because it's like Vlad has been associated with
Dracula in the lore.
in the lore for
Yeah.
a lot of things that we're not don't need to go into.
Yes,
Also kind of graphic to describe
very
what
good.
you
Have they put like? Is there any age restriction of this?
no,
Because it's
there
like
wasn't.
fair.
Counted that the blood is never red. There's no actual red blood.
I know, but still very graphic.
Heart is racing day and night for you. Don't hold back, enjoy the ride.
And that's like the part at the end when like he closes the bars and then puts the coat up as well. It like it comes back when he meets the other part, I think.
Okay, I didn't notice that.
Because I
see
think
it.
it's like
But you see, like the as is after it drinks the blood is kind of like it looks like he's like pushed by instinct here. Also, like it's a cool coat, so why not grab it?
yeah.
And also, like the floor
Is
is completely red, so that should be the imagery of that should be covered in blood.
For you. Don't hold back, enjoy
And it does look like he's struggling.
Yes.
the ride and let it loose.
I love that when he says "let it loose" is when
It's like,
it's freeing
It gets
himself
free. Yeah.
from the prison, like 100% intentional.
Now we know why it was getting buffed. It needed to bend steel. Like that was the reason.
The sirens keep on screaming. That's a
This part also, I think, is like the
He's
the
dragging
fabric.
it.
This no, it's not. He's using a cane.
Oh no! I thought it
Eh.
was grabbing the thing. That's where
No,
it has
there's a
the
part
bag.
after.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
think
part
that's where it
after.
has this massive
Um,
bag.
But like when it goes up, I think the drapes disappear as well into like sort of like red carpet thing. I'm going to go back up.
warning. We're staring at the ticket.
Okay, this is a point that I got confused because what it gave me the idea. Put the image to before.
Like this.
So yes, you know what the first thing that came to mind? Van Helsing. So like the vampire like
Hunter.
hunter. So it could be that the first fight that we see at the start is him fighting a vampire and he loses and it becomes like
one himself, but he
Yes.
still has like
the
all
gear.
the equipment.
Yeah.
It could
Because
be
it
actually
looks like a cross.
yeah, it could be like a bubble of like holy water or something as well. I didn't.
This is so effing cool.
The-
I'm going
okay.
to, like, from a horror fan, this is so effing cool.
visually stunning.
Stunning.
It looks amazing. Confusing with the song
no,
itself, but
no. I'm not even thinking about the song
lyrics.
at the moment, because it's like I'm just like I'm all invested in the
visuals,
because
yeah.
this looks really, really cool.
But I'm also putting in that there are bits like when he breaks out of the cell or whatever, that he matches the lyrics, like
Yes.
letting loose.
Oh yeah, no, but we're going to sing in
together, yeah, because we've already analyzed the lyrics
Yes.
when we heard the song first,
and it's,
anyway,
and
this
it's not
is,
about train, it's about schmecks.
we know what it's
yeah.
about, but it again, like other songs, like there could be more than one meaning.
Yeah. There was no trains in the song. There is no trains in the MV.
Yeah. I'm going back a tiny bit.
No, actually, go back to the start.
No.
Please. Thanks.
Okay. People are going to complain. This is like...
I am absolutely positive that no one is going to complain about us watching
What? The tie thing.
Oh.
His tie has spikes on it.
Is it?
Yes.
Cute.
No, it's like it could be like corroborating your Van
Helsing
thing. Because it's like
it will make it
he has
really difficult.
crosses and spikes, so it would be like a protection thing, like
against
not to
vampire.
get bit. And it could be like iron as well, because there's a story when like in some versions, again, the vampire lore, there's a lot, like after like the original book, there's been a lot of like changes in stories, and even the book itself, it comes from like folklore storytelling as well. So there are various things.
But he looks scared here. Oh, by the way, because we have not mentioned like acting, on point.
So good.
On point.
So
because
good.
it goes from like scared, like almost animalistic, to like fighting cool, to like the
part with the like the lights, the lasers.
Yeah. No. There is a bit that is kind of like smiling, like almost like
insane.
Insane. And then other bits.
But I think it's like this could be that at the beginning is he has the role of like the vampire hunter, because a vampire hunter would have a tie that has iron with crosses and spikes to protect from being bitten, because it could, like, if it gets grabbed, it could just move it to the side to like
protect
prevent
his neck
for being bitten. It still got beaten up and turned.
Fair.
So that didn't work.
Fair.
But yeah, no, that I just noticed, like again, like all these videos have so many details, and we haven't gotten to the part when there's like something written on the wall as well.
Hopefully it's clear. But yeah, there is a fight. And that's like the river of blood.
Vision got my eyes on you, tracking every single line and every move. Heart is racing day and night.
Go back. Do we see the reflection in the mirror?
Yes, I think we do. I think he does have a reflection.
Every move.
Yeah, he does.
It's racing day and night for you. Don't hold back, enjoy the ride.
Again, the thing with vampires and reflection is not necessarily
like not in all the lore. I know, but I was curious because I saw the mirror, so I didn't notice if there was something earlier. Bunch of workout routine.
It kind of like the coat with the thing. It kind of gives me Mr. X from
Also, I'm trying to figure
Evil.
out the color because it might be dark
It looks
purple.
Bluish,
I don't think it's black. I don't think it's black.
Well, the lighting in the video is odd.
It's
not always good, and there's like the whole part outside that looks very weird.
Yeah.
I am
right. This
kind of look like it would be a Van Helsing kind of like
character.
thing.
Either that or
I need to see
like,
the cane.
or like evil doctor. Like, so
Yeah.
it's like a medical bag. But like the
think
first
like
thing that
in
came to
the-
mind was Van Helsing.
In the vampire lore, I would tend to go more as Van Helsing than the other
because
one.
also
Especially
like you
because
have
of the tie thing.
It has a
The
cane,
tie thing.
and a cane you can use as a
as
stake.
a stake. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think that's what it does at the end with the cane.
Oh yeah, no, because the white version, the good version
That we
of Chan defeats the bad one, and then it puts him in a cage at the end.
Yes.
And it did use possibly that cane specifically.
I've not seen the cane properly to know.
One trip.
No, that
The
neck
sound,
cracking
yeah.
is a no.
Go back, let's see what's in the room.
There's a bunch of like
There is
stuff.
like the draped like
blood.
yeah, but it's definitely
It's like
prison.
it looks like a prison.
100% a prison.
No turning back, hold tight onto them railings. It's always
And then
something
those
same.
could be either victims or vampires.
It could be
So
like
it could be
people,
either
not like regular people kept there to be
as
turned into
food,
snacks,
or it could be vampires
newly turned vampires.
like locked up so they
Yeah.
don't feed. Could be either. So
And there's like, I
gorgeous.
think it's like, okay, this is silly, but I think this shows like him like turning upside down like a bat on the ceiling, because the coat flaps upwards.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case.
I know, but it just
yeah.
made me laugh.
It is crosses on
And
the...
also, it looks like dark blue, not black.
yeah,
the-
no,
the
that's what I
coat.
was... for a moment I was thinking purple,
I know,
but it might
and
be dark
it's
blue
not
as well.
purple.
It's not... I don't think it's black, though.
No.
Okay. Yes, no. That's not...
Okay, the evil deed committed always returns to the person who committed it. Okay, so this could be a quote for something,
I
but
don't...
if you take it from like what happened after, like the bad thing, him turning vampire and doing like whatever it was doing in the middle of the thing, comes back to the person who did it, which is the white dressed Chan, as in, and then it goes back in. Because it goes back, it closes the bars and like puts the coat back as well. So it may be something like an internal fight.
or like a time cycle?
I don't
Like
know.
a time loop?
Because if it's like a sort of like time loop, because it's like when he gets turns, it grabs the coat and then it gets freed and goes outside, do whatever happens after, but then it comes back and then he fights the other version. So it could be that he's going back to the beginning of the video and the white version could be the one that turned him.
Okay, no, let's see. I don't think that's the case.
No, but it goes the like white and black, the darkness and light is in like the good and evil is better as a visual metaphor. I'm going to go back a tiny bit. I'm glad that I could stop it when like the whole phrase was showing.
Yeah.
To them railings. It's always but something
Yeah,
same.
this is a phrase.
Yeah, this train never sleeps.
And this is like when he, okay, worst pause possible.
You done worse than that. And then it has like fake teeth and a glove. So this could be okay, this could be either like those are actual feet and he's a vampire, or he's fighting vampires with their own thing. I don't know.
Again, confusing.
Yes.
Yeah, this train never
But I think it's like this
Also
like,
looks cool as hell.
sleeps.
The fight scene is so cool because it's like every time he's hitting one of these, they have like kind of like liquid visual distortion. It's not quite
Is
like
it?
black and white, but like you see here, it looks like almost like liquid, something like dark liquid on top of them when he hits them.
Yeah, it couldn't use
Take a
blood.
seat. Don't you
Yeah, that's what I say. It could be a representation because other than the fabric and the lasers here, the blood is not red.
No, it's black.
It's black, which is possibly why the video is not restricted for
Fair,
like
fair,
age
fair,
restricted.
fair,
Otherwise,
fair.
it would be most
Yeah.
likely.
about the casualties?
But then, like, he definitely
Like
100% bites that one.
Yeah.
So that is what you think, like, he's, like, biting them, getting
also
the blood.
the visual here looks like it turns into
Like,
a painting.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Oh, that's
It's
so
so
cool.
cool. Because we've seen like in other videos, like in Ultra with Chanbin and Win So Good with Hyunjin, they did the like kind of negative view,
this
like
looks
black
full
and
on
white.
almost like a
This is like
painting.
this looks like a painting.
Yeah.
Also because it's like it's kind of broken and you see like the different colors broken by the light. It's so
It's
so cool visually.
Casualties, 'cause it's sad when it's just you and me, baby.
And it's like wiping blood.
Yeah.
And
Because it is fighting them, but it's fighting them also almost like he has super strength. It's fighting them with a lot of heat.
So I
or it
don't-
could be either like they're feral and then they're not having thinking and it's just skilled, or it could be super strength.
I think
If-
I'm
if
leaning
it's
more
from
on the
the
super strength
vampire,
is
yeah.
actually got turned into a vampire.
Yeah.
Like they're scared. But this is like this
Go
is
back.
the second.
Did you see that like sort of like smile
Yeah.
with that like it's almost like kind of out
Yeah.
of your mind?
This
No,
is
go
like
back a
almost like
little bit.
Joker smile, like deranged.
Like completely insane.
Yeah, that part is Joker.
And that is kind of like almost like he's controlling them.
Yes, there's like that from this onwards. It looks like he's
Is in
controlling them,
control,
and
yeah.
it almost dumb, but it almost visually looks like they make a train and he's controlling them in the front. The way they move.
Yeah, I know. But if that's the representation of a train that they have in the MV, that's choice. Full on stepping on people. Full on stepping on people.
I'm not gonna say anything on that because we know.
Yeah, some people are like, yeah.
Like, see, even here, the blood is black. It's
Yeah.
not actually.
But it could be that it's black blood because it's monster blood. So there is still the case
the
that
justification
it could
of it that it's
be...
black
No, because
it's
there could still the case there is a Van Helsing and a deranged Van Helsing character and they're like monsters.
It could be that like once he like after he turns it kind of regains control and is fighting the vampires, but it doesn't explain the part where it looks like he's feeding one of them his own blood.
Yes. But it
That
could
part doesn't match with
sense.
the Van
But they
Helsing
look
theory.
like sort of like mindless like instinct based creatures.
This part.
Sleeps.
Okay, the visual of him like
Gorgeous.
flying in the air
With the bats in the back.
the white background so you can see the bats well and the red drapes, it looks
Stunning.
amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back a bit from the fight.
Can we just...
No, I'm not going back to the beginning again.
Tell me it's for something sing.
Also, they could have done that.
This could be
trick
also
with just like putting a string attached to the thing and pulling it up. They don't have to. Have
No,
him,
but this could be also
upside down.
transformation, because as he opens his eyes, they're dark for a moment. So this could be the moment of
Yeah,
transformation.
Could be.
Yeah, this train never sleeps. Brace yourself, take a seat. Don't you care?
This gives the Daredevil corridor fight scene.
Yeah.
Kind of like, it's like when you have fight scene in like.
But he's definitely biting
constrained.
their neck here.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
It's like in Close Encounters, they're
it
like,
makes it so
so
cooler.
much cooler.
Yeah.
The casualties,
That part.
when it's just you and me, baby. I feel our heartbeats shaking, trembling, flash right, hold on tight. Yeah, this train never sleeps.
Now
Is
he's
pulling it.
It's like he's making his own like
Trail of blood.
Yeah. Again, like the visual with like the
Stunning.
dark black like sky with the grass that couldn't be more green, and the red, the contrast with him that is like only slightly outlined with the light is
But it's quite literally like
gorgeous.
he's pulling his own trail of blood.
yes,
And
is
he's making a new
tr-
trail of blood.
a
Yeah.
trail of blood.
Need no break, no breaks.
This part, because it looks like he's outside in the
daylight.
sun.
So that go back a little bit. Also, it looks like
He's like now. It almost looks like they are
worshipped.
worship him. Like he's taken control of the.
Yeah, but it's
trolls.
definitely in daylight.
Yeah, it looks like daylight, but the all the colors are
Weird.
This
They're
train,
almost like
the engines
desaturated.
Yeah, I think it's like this could be.
This is still like this is the outside of the prison, because
Yes,
you can see like the
bars
barbed wire
and the wire and everything.
and the fence.
Location amazing, but I don't know. It's like this almost looks like he's in sunlight, which
Yeah,
gives me a bit of a weird
vibe, because it's supposed to be a
vibe.
vampire.
Yeah, but also the colors are off. It could be
Like,
like
almost like it's a
a solar eclipse kind
Or
of
it could be
situation.
like it almost look like a different dimension, like some like like if it's like a separate like pocket universe, different dimension thing. It doesn't.
Okay,
look,
so
it
it's
doesn't
already
feel
horror.
real.
I don't think we're going to sci-fi
Fair.
as well.
Like they don't have the multiverse with the Stray Kids lore. But you know what I mean? It's quite unreal.
Yes, this scene feels unsettling.
Yeah.
More than like all the fighting.
It's because the movement
before.
of those creatures is kind of zombie-like, I think.
Yes, it's like it gives mindless kind of creature.
Yeah.
It rains as long as we have.
Okay.
Here,
these-
okay, that
it-
part is funny because it looks like
he's drinking from a flask.
from a flask of
but
alcohol, but
it's blood.
it's
Like,
a thing
it's a
of
blood bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed that the
Yeah.
same thing because it looks like when
It's
someone is
drinking
drinking
from
from
a
a
flask,
flask.
yeah.
Yeah. So in here, he is still a vampire,
But it's during
but
daylight,
it's daylight,
so it doesn't
it
make
makes no sense.
Yeah.
Head on round, fear is dead, no doubt. Baby,
They
trust
do look like they're like stuck on those pikes.
Yes, they do.
And then was he like fighting them or killing
No,
them there?
maybe I don't. because he's not eating any in this part.
Yeah.
And they all like, you're right, they all kind of like stop in front of these because of
Yeah.
course they couldn't show
Yeah.
someone being impaled.
Yeah.
And keep the video not restricted.
Yeah.
Long as we head on round, fear is dead, no doubt. Baby, trust me now.
Again, gorgeous. But here we have like the moon.
So that's at night.
mm,
Or maybe
Like-
the start of the night, because there's
Dusk.
a little bit light. Yeah.
Sirens keep on screaming, that's all.
This is a choice. This is a choice.
Yeah.
Because full on, like it didn't pour it.
No, I
from
think
the-
no. I
the
think
rest.
he does. It does spit the blood, but it's not spitting the blood in the other person's mouth. It is
That's
like
what
using
it
the wrist
looks
blood.
like.
No.
That's
no,
what it
no.
looks
I know
like.
what it looks like, but I don't think that's what it do. And that's the part that
Full on, that's what it looks like.
Sirens keep on screaming, that's
Yes.
all.
If you want to justify any different way, if full on.
I know what it looks like.
And
I
then
don't know what it looks like, but I'm going by the vampire lore that is usually is like after a vampire bites the victim, they make them drink the vampire blood
to transform them.
turn them
Yeah,
into a vampire,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
he breaks the person's neck.
to kill them
To kill
straight
them.
after. So maybe like
He is
that-
making them
as like because
like
it's either like the killing them straight away is what makes them a vampire, or because they're getting killed during the start of the transformation, that's what make them mindless.
maybe
not
I
know.
don't know.
But that looked what it
Sus.
how-
It
how it
looked. I'm just going to go back a tiny bit.
So like that
That smile, yeah. As I say, it gives Joker.
This train never sleeps. Need no break, no breaks. This train, the engines go insane. I'm late, it rains. As long as we head on round, fear is dead, no doubt. Baby, trust me now. Sirens keep on screaming, that's a warning. We're staring at the ticket that says one trip. No turning back.
Oh yeah, he full on stomped on
that poor creature was just trying to touch grass, and Chan said no, there is no touching
no
grass.
touching grass.
There is no
I
go-
didn't
there is
see it
no
the
grass.
first time.
That's why I was laughing earlier. There is no grass that is
I
going to
didn't
save
notice
them.
it. There was a lot on the screen. I didn't notice it.
It's like, listen, I'm giving you these visuals. This is like sensual and weird and kinky and vampire-y
And vampires,
monster-y.
like vampires
like
are always
sensual in nature,
seen and
but then like the desperation of trying to touch the grass, and it's like nah, you're not gonna touch grass.
But the thing is, like, again, was like vampires have always like symbolized some like sexual
Sensual,
activity
yes.
thing. So the
It is
connection
a-
with
As
the thematic of the song,
like
it fits. It fits.
I'm just saying that it made me laugh.
Yeah.
Because
Fair.
he tells people to touch grass, and then there's this image in the MV for no reason.
No turning back, hold tight onto them railings.
No, but the part is I all to the railings and it just smooshed someone on the fence.
But that could be also like a sort of at the start, he's the one getting slammed in a wall, and now
Yeah.
he's the one slamming someone else to the fence, not a wall.
But yeah,
But, yeah.
no, I just find
could
it
be like
funny
a
that
repeating
this is yet
cycle.
another part where like the
There are-
lyrics and the visuals kind of match.
there are choices in the MV.
Also, I'm
that
trying to figure out if these are supposed to, like,
be-
what kind of
it doesn't matter.
fruits.
That's quite literally the least thing that matter in
No,
the
but
MV.
that's the thing
I
with
think they
me.
look like
With me, I always take every single visual in a music video
it's
as
only
important.
for a reason, but we cannot really see
Yeah,
it.
no, I can tell.
So what I'm thinking is it looks like pomegranate, but that's not
Not
how a pomegranate tree
look.
looks.
They don't go on
But
vines.
it could be if they're pomegranates that they kind of tie them because the fruits, it's quite red and it releases like a red juice.
Maybe.
So that,
I don't know.
or like I don't, because I cannot see it
Yeah,
clearly.
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's probably not important.
No.
It's only us, but something saying more, please.
Because like also the part is like they said that like something more, and that like they look like they're reaching.
craving
They're
for
reaching
the sun
for
or something.
the sun. Again,
For the
being
light.
in sunlight as a vampire. Weird.
Yeah.
The whole sequence has like an odd feeling, like
weird,
between
not real.
between the colors, the light, and like the vampire in full sunlight.
Yeah.
It gives like an odd feeling to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, this train never sleeps.
And then he goes back.
So-
because this is the room when he got turned. But like it looks like he basically went back inside the cage. Here, after this part, he goes back.
Or it could be
Yeah,
just
this
like
train
showing
never
because it's the same images. It could be like a repeating cycle as well.
Yeah. And there's like the different version of him,
Yes.
which it could be like light and darkness as good as evil,
Yeah.
or it
Could be like a
be-
struggle within oneself.
Brace yourself, take a
That's not right. Is it wearing corset?
Looks like it. I was more thinking like he has a spikes in and
Yeah,
the
it does.
necklace there. So
Again,
it's a
that
different
would
type.
go a different
yeah.
type of bites protection. That looks like a corset.
Yep.
brace yourself, take a seat.
And
Don't
here, like, you have
He has again this sort of he's scared of the other character.
Yeah, and there's like again, it goes back to the confrontation with the smoke kind of
Yeah.
thing, and it could be like an internal battle. That's
be.
why the smoke, because it's like the fight is only in his head.
Casualties, 'cause it's tough when it's just
But he does look scared
Yeah.
again.
you and me,
Yeah, that's the cane. That is the
Is
cane.
it the same cane?
I don't know if it's the same cane, but
They
that's
show
a cane.
the
Like 2 seconds before he
yes.
has. It's the same
It's
cane.
the same cane.
It's the same cane.
Also, now it looks brown. But I know it's because of the
The
changing
light,
colors.
no,
yeah.
it's like that it was clearly blue, dark blue.
Yeah. So this is like him before the transformation being scared.
Yeah, so maybe and here we have again the red,
The
with
blood
the-
trail that looks like the train tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's like he's beating himself.
Yes.
And then like he looks defeated here. Like the most, okay, if I can get here, he looks defeated.
Yeah.
Like his,
Or it could be like is in front of the trail of blood, so
It's like
kind of
confronting
realizing what
he's
he has done. So
Could be.
it could be also
If we
like
go with,
because
like-
it quite literally like is almost like his like arms and hands are covering the dark blood. So this could be like after being in the just turned, having like attacked and everything, and it's being confronted with the trail of blood. So
Yeah.
be the realization like I became a monster.
and that's like that could also go with like him going back and seeing the different version, and then having the good version defeat the bad version. It could be him after coming to realization of what he's done, like getting back the control. Because then the bad version is caged up. Because it could be like the fact that the odd eye is opposite, it could go with like it's a mirror image, there's two parts of the same person.
Yeah.
So that it could, like, the whole thing could represent like loss of control, doing something potentially negative, and then coming back to like their senses, are like regaining control again and locking away the bad part.
Yeah.
Because the light wins at the end. Because the fact that it's like they're like almost like specular versions, the two parts,
like the light and the dark.
One
and
is
the eyes
all
being
dressed,
the opposite.
like head to toe, could have more layers on, and is all dark, and the odd eye is in the opposite eye. This version has
it has the spikes still in the collar,
Yes.
but in a different way, because the other one had it in the
tie.
ties. Yeah.
Because like it almost looks like there are like two versions. Like even the earring, I think the were
I
like
don't know, I've
darker
not seen that.
earlier. But it's like it looks like there are two different aspects of the one
same
person.
character, yeah.
And at the end, after all the struggle, like maybe the battle, like when he's fighting,
Was it
because
an
like he's
inner
fighting
battle?
his demons,
Or it could
rather
be like
than-
fighting instincts as well.
but I think
could
it's like
be-
it could be like he's fighting his demons that he created himself.
Fair.
And then
So
at
that
the
could-
end, he gets back the control and locks away the bad part. But the bad part is still there
Yes.
because it's alive. It's like growling and stuff,
Fair.
even if it's locked away.
Could be.
Maybe.
Because you can
Because
hear
like,
it.
you can hear like growling.
Yeah.
And it's like he's taken the coat.
Yeah. But he's not wearing it all.
No.
Okay, now that it's
That is
tiny-
like, that looks like the beginning of the
yeah, I was about to say that's a tie-in to the
live stage.
the actual live
Yeah.
stage. Now, can we?
Watch it again
Yes.
one more time, and
Because
then...
I'm still confused. Like, there is, like,
I'm still confused. I'm trying, like, honestly, there's like a lot of aspects here. The vampire, I think it's a choice.
I think it could be like, I'm going to be honest. My view and your view is different. So what I've seen is it's a couple of things. It is an evil cycle, the repair. Like that it goes in and on its own. It could be that is like the vampire hunter that gets turned into a vampire, and it starts on instinct killing, and then at the end it's confronted with
What has
what
done.
he has done, and he gets himself in the cage because it realized it became a monster.
No, I say it's like visually that makes sense, but what I'm trying to get to is what all of that represents.
It could
with the
be
two-
like a fight, like it could be like a cycle, or it could be a fight between inner demons.
and
Yeah.
like with the, because it's like once I thought about the inner demons, it makes sense because your own demons are of your own creation.
Yes.
And then he's fighting that, and they're mindless. They don't have like a form. They don't have a face even,
But it could-
because they're covered. And it's like it would justify the part at the end where like the good side wins, but the bad side, even
It's
though
still
it's
there.
locked away, is still there and alive.
Yep.
Because when you are like fighting your own demons,
don't go
metaphorically,
away.
they don't go away. You just learn to live with them.
Yeah.
You learn to like control them.
Yes.
And because that's what, like, visually, yes, I would go with the Van Helsing turned vampire and like the repeating kind of cycle of things.
Yes.
And the good and evil battle, but like on the metaphoric part of what it can
because
represent.
it looks like that at some point it becomes like sort of almost like insane with bloodlust, and then at the end is completely defeated when he's like confronted with the trail of blood.
Yeah,
quite literally.
Again, trains
not present.
Yeah, no.
And then like there is in general, because like before we like watch it one more time, like that song is a schmashwal, like sensual song.
Yeah.
And like vampires, they've been used to portray those sort of feelings. So
acts.
And there is some scenes with like the stepping and the choking and the spitting in someone's mouth that are like kind of like, there is kind of like kinky.
There's people that are into those kind of things.
Yes. And it's like sort of like kinky because they had those were choices, like pushing someone up to the wall and the control and stuff. It could be like domination and submission, all that. But it just looks like a cool vampire like movie trailer. And story.
Visually amazing, but like,
there is like there's been
again
choices.
I was not expecting anything like this.
Like the part, like I'm going to be honest, the part that shocked me more than anything, it's the
bite.
Yes,
and the blood thing.
The part that made me laugh my butt off, it's him stepping on one of them that was just trying to touch grass. Because that's iconic.
Okay, I think we can rewatch the video on our own and we can like close this.
And then like it can be interpreted in the
different ways. The one part that I don't think, and we can probably all agree with, has nothing to do with trains.
No trains were to be found.
That the song itself represents something schmactual. And trains were used as same thing as driving was in drive, and
connected was not about Wi-Fi.
That part, I believe we can all agree on that.
Yep.
And then I think the decision to go with the vampires, as we said, is because of what vampires have been seen
in the media,
being represented
heavily sensual,
like
evil creatures.
And then I think like having the two different parts, having the darker version and the light version, it could represent like inner struggle, inner battle, potentially battling their own demons, and having like the good side prevail at the end.
It also like,
and also being like
almost as
it
time
repeats itself. But there was like, what was I say? There was one phrase that says like the bad things go back to the person that has done it.
The evil...
I say evil deeds... I don't remember the exact
phrasing. But it's basically the evil that you commit comes back to you.
Yeah, and it could like, and that could be like what like the cycle is, because when you do something that is not necessarily good, when you do something bad, it comes back to you, which could be like the whole thing that the video kind of repeats itself, goes back to the beginning.
But it's like, I personally, like, my interpretation of what I've seen that I actually quite like is the sort of like Van Helsing character that is turned himself into a monster to fight the monster, but then it went too far, and then they realized what they'd done and they caged themselves because they became themselves a monster. So that part,
that's like
cool.
The horror fan in me is so happy. I love it.
Like, I think the most like there is two scenes that are iconic.
The scene,
and it's the one
of
in
the fight in the corridor
that looks like a painting.
It looks like a painting.
And then the one when it's flying as the vampire with the bats in the background,
and the red drapes.
and the white and the red and the dark. It's like stunning.
So cool, stunning. Also, I think it was like the visual when he is defeated, kneeling in front of the Trail of Bloods.
Yes.
Also is like visually stunning. All in all, look, we already love the song. The song is amazing. The MV is
interesting.
It's not what we expected. I honestly, I don't know what I expected, but I thought
I'm going to be honest. I expected something silly that was like the head veiled undertone of what the actual song is. So I'm pleasantly surprised,
blown away, because this is like a lot
gorgeous.
More than what I thought it may have been.
It is like a little bit graphic. It is, and there've been choices, but it's like, it is stunning. Like no arguing about that. And we can see now that we saw all of them, we can see how each of the song is their own like world, like its own
vision,
and they're all visually stunning. Like all of them,
they're like more beautiful than the next, and they're all directed amazingly. Like all the visuals and the direction and the choices of like the scenes, like in this one, like this the choice of having that like fight scene, the first one, in kind of like a balcony corridor
of the prison,
with the like the laser in the background, with the switching of the view from like the normal visual to like a painting,
and the visual backgrounds of like the dark blood as the fight is going.
Gorgeous. Truly gorgeous. So I'm, after seeing all of them, I'm so happy that they've done so well, and all of them like enhance the song, make it so much better.
And happy that we got an MV for each of them as well.
That's uncommon, because usually when like on an album you get like a few MVs, like 2 or 3 max.
But it's good that they dedicated time to each of them, so each of them got the spotlight they deserved, and each of the song was elevated to a higher status with the MV. Now with this one, it kind of left me a little bit confused. I don't think I fully get it.
I mean, we tried.
We've done our best.
We took what we knew from the song itself, what we know
from being like massive horror fans,
nerds, about like vampire lore and all of that, with the visuals and trying to like meld it together in some sort of coherent explanation. I hope we weren't like all like too rambling and confusing as well, and you enjoyed this.
But Chan said that the song is up to interpretation, that is not going to tell people what it's about, because we know what it's about. So that's our interpretation of what we saw from the video.
And let us know what you think about it as well, because
I think like different people can see different things.
Yes, I think we're all confused.
Like it went much harder than I expect on the MV.
Now I hope you enjoyed this as much as we have, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.